Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Guy Forsyth, which you probably knew because you paid a cover. Or you're perhaps really optimistic. And the type of person who goes out and puts themselves in unusual experiences just because you don't know what you don't know. And it's always interesting to go places. Or maybe a friend has dragged you here under either real or false pretenses. All of these things are possible. And so there's a place for everybody here, no matter where you are. But one thing you definitely are is in a hotly contested economic zone. Yes, here in Texas, there's a lot of competition, and there has been for a long time. It's economic competition with those with 2 legs and 4 legs and 6 legs and 8 legs and no legs at all. This is a tune that I wrote. This is called "Snakes Around My Trailer," which I wrote because snakes around my trailer. There's snakes around my trailer. I found a scorpion in my bed. Snakes around my trailer. I found a scorpion in my bed. Oh, if Texas has its way, I could wake up dead. Black mold underneath the sheetrock and paper wasps in the eaves. I try to keep up with the upkeep, but an honest man may be deceived. Oh, God help the child set upon by thieves. Now it's a jacked up day where you wake up and it's already late. Bolting through the front door, wonder what I run for. Meet my fate. If Texas had its way, well, I'd be gone without a trace. 100 right behind me to take my place. Hot sun working in the red clay, and it cracks like a chain. Hell, in August, Texas, fools pray for rain. Oh, you dumb sons of bitches, hurricane. 'Cause if it wasn't trying to kill you, it wouldn't be Texas. You ain't got the fight, you won't make it here. See that cowboy hat driving that Lexus? Man, that wicked grin from ear to ear. I'd be gone without a trace. 100 right behind me to take my place. There's snakes around my trailer. I found a scorpion in my bed. If Texas has its way, there will be bloodshed. Thank you very much. As I said before, my name is Guy Forsyth, and I'm a professional musician as much as anyone can be in this day and age. And I'm immensely grateful for what I get to do. So thank you guys for coming out and taking a chance on live music. It's always dicey. It can go so bad. You know, it's rough. It's a giving up of control, sort of like traveling is. You know, you might end up somewhere great, and then it might go horribly wrong. But that's the chance that we take. I mean, every time we leave the front door. Not that your house can't fall over on its own. It's like things can fall out of orbit right on top of you. You know, so every moment is a gift. That's what I'm trying to say. You know, that is my point. This is a song that's going to be on an upcoming EP that will be out in November. I think we have a release date in November. And I wrote this song with my friend Mark Addison. I've worked a bit with my friend Mark Addison. He's a great musician of all kinds. He does engineering, writes songs, great player, all sort of thing. And he also challenged me to try to write really personally. You know, like write. You know, something very specific. And sometimes I shy away from that because just because it happens to you does not necessarily mean that it's art. You know, like I could try to rhyme my dream journal, but do you really want to listen to that? Probably not. I mean, probably not. But nevertheless, I think there is a story here, so this is a song I wrote. A little wood, a little wire, small Fender amplifier, slight magic made by hand. It was something I could understand. I got nothing from the place I was, school days just because somebody wants you in an office chair, working why they don't see you there. Well, I have tasted the sacred wine, I felt the tug when the stars align. There is only one God I know, and that's the one yelling, go cat go. So get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, let it go. Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, let it show. Don't you think it's time to love the things you can't control? If you don't let it, you'll never know. Little Fisher-Price record player, transistorized and prized soothsayer, scratchy vinyl from my parents' time, holy relics of rhythm and rhyme. Never had a lesson I taught myself from a book from the library shelf. It held secrets that I need, and I would play till my fingers bleed on a borrowed guitar from a friend of mine who lost both arms to a power line. Taught me how to tune it with his feet, and that kind of love just can't be beat. So get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, let it go. Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, let it show. Don't you think it's time to love the things you can't control? If you don't let it, you'll never know. I'm here to testify, I know that I'm a lucky guy, just to have this chance to sing and play. This music, it ain't mine, but it's with me all the time, and I just wanna give it away. That's what brings me here, tickling your ear. I hope you'll play with me, invest in ecstasy. You decide what you're about. You can sit and wait your sentence out, or you can live life like a song, and we can sing along. Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, let it go. Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, let it show. Don't you think it's time to love the things you can't control? If you don't let it, you'll never get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, let it go. Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, let it flow. Don't you think it's time to love the things you can't control? If you don't let it, you'll never know. If you don't let it, you'll never know. My mama told me just before she passed away, she said, son, when I'm gone, don't forget to pray. There'll be hard times. Hard times, oh yeah. Who knows better than I? You know, I soon found out just what she meant when I had to pawn my clothes just to make my rent. I said, hard times, oh, hard times, oh yeah. Who knows better than I? But don't get worried, I didn't write that song. That's a Ray Charles song, actually. You know, it's the master, the genius. You know, I love Ray Charles, just totally into him, and I obsessed over certain recordings as well. That he made, that being one, and Blackjack, Greenback Dollar. You know, like there's just so many great songs, and especially Hoagy Carmichael's Georgia. Let's just take a moment, hear it in our head. Oh, so good. And I'm a self-taught guitar player. I didn't study jazz theory. I didn't learn how to read music. Now I can. It's sort of like just like fumbling around with it for 30 years. You know, you will pick up stuff unless you're really trying not to. And I did. I really tried to resist it. You know, I just like, I don't want anything to get in the way. Well, you know, that got in the way. So eventually I did learn some theory behind all of this. And one of the great things about music is that it is finite. There are rules that you can learn, that you can apply to particular problems. I know that's not the poetic way to talk about it, but it's a craft. And some people are able to do it almost supernaturally appearing well, or hearing, I guess, would be a better way to say that. But there's stuff that you can learn. And so I set out to learn how to play Hoagy Carmichael's Georgia, you know, and I learned how to do it. And I could just sit down at the guitar and play it, and it felt so good. But also, I continued to do it, and it wasn't something, I'm not going to play that out, because I mean, what's the point, really? I mean, you know, like I do play covers because I got to this point, and I'm sitting on this stage because I am a fan of music. And I used to be that guy by the edge of the stage, usually with the harmonica. That's a big no-no. No, nobody really needs that. But nevertheless, I wanted in the worst way to be a part of the music, and folks, that is the worst way. But by continuing to work and waiting in line at open mics and stuff like that, I made my way onto the stage, and I realized that the best seat in the house is this one. So I'm like I said, really glad to be here. But I realized that if I kept playing Georgia on guitar, eventually I would starve to death, because there's just no really need for another white kid singing Georgia, which is fine. I mean, like, and you should play music for your own enjoyment. You know, like we live in a luxurious age where we get to compare ourselves to the greatest of everything through the benefit of the internet and media. So if you want to learn how to play guitar, you're going to do so sitting next to Jimi Hendrix, which can be a little bit, you know, can cause you to doubt yourself just a little bit. But I realized that. So I realized, you know, like I'm not going to be Ray Charles. I'm not going to be Jimi Hendrix. But I can write songs, and I do put stuff together. So I thought, well, I'm going to take everything I like about this song and steal it. So I guess this is not a blues; it's a green, because it's recycled. I guess it's all recycled, really. There are only so many notes, only so many subdivisions of rhythm, and the possibilities are vast, and I guess infinite. I mean, I could play a song like something you've never, ever heard before, but you would not necessarily want to hear it again. It's sort of like cooking. You know, you could make a meal that's totally without any sort of influence. Good luck with that. You know, like opening your super fusion cuisine restaurant, if you're not going to draw upon things like salt, you know, it's difficult that way. But so I took the chords from Georgia and I used them. I did change the order, and the key, and the melody, and stuff like. But essentially, to me, this is Georgia. I wish. Don't waste a moment on that one you left behind. Don't think for a second, you just might change your mind. Things would be different if the whole wide world rewind. 'Cause you could say she's crazy now. It's not like you treated her any different than all the rest. Held for a moment and told you loved her best. Maybe she just felt it deeper inside the vest. 'Cause you could say she's crazy now. She's crazy now. Used to spend every single sunrise sleep it off and get it on again. What could make a man so unwise to slander so good a friend? Keep your mind on what you have got. Don't waste your time on what you have not. Just count your blessings. You got off the first shot. 'Cause you could say she's crazy now. She's crazy now. Used to spend every single sunrise sleep it off and get it on again. What could make a man so unwise to slander so good a friend? And if the end was just too much for her to bear, you suck it up and breathe it out like air. After all, she saw things in you that simply were not there. And you could say she's crazy now. You could say she's crazy now. You could say she's crazy now. Thank you. So Jack Kerouac, the beat poet, wrote On the Road on a roll of drafting paper. A roll, so he didn't have to stop typing for the period of time that it takes to take a sheet of paper out of the typewriter and put another sheet of paper into the typewriter. And I think Benzodrine is the term for that. I think it's, I think speed is involved in different ways. I got to see this thing. I got to see it. There was an event in Austin where a very wealthy gentleman was showing off his personal collection of exceedingly rare and important antiques and ephemerum. And included in his collection was a draft of the Constitution, the piano that John Lennon wrote Imagine on, the original drum set that the Beatles used on the Ed Sullivan Show, the guitar that David Gilmour played the solo on Comfortably Numb. Just what an amazing collection of stuff this guy had. And he had the roll that Kerouac wrote On the Road on. It was rolled out under glass on a side of the room. And it's just amazing to me. I've always been just enraptured with the immediacy of his writing, because there's very little there's no underlying architecture to it whatsoever. The type of thing that you would study in a basic literature class. And I'm sure there's points to be made about that, and that's probably his subconscious rattling stuff out. And the way that if you have, a whole bunch of squares and triangles and you put them in a box that has a square hole and a triangle hole and just rattle it, eventually stuff will drop out. That's the way our subconscious works. But this is a song that I wrote under the influence of Jack Kerouac. At night when I'm out riding along the dark highway, I get a feeling inside me, throw all that I have away. And I leave all this behind me, like that job I had in the day, all the black dress and soul testing lovers and liars, speeding tickets I never pay. Do you believe in love at first sight? As a matter of fact, I do. Every time that I open my eyes, that saying comes true. As I see you in the laundromat, black Irish washerwoman in a funeral hat, Italian ballerina on an asphalt stage, bleached blonde poet of a Victorian age. America, where goest thou in thy shiny car at night? Children of Jack, we will never turn back, as we ride away in the light. take you by force and carry you away back to my bedroom just for music to play. And I play you the songs that I've written and the ones that I can't seem to write. And maybe you'd know what you're missing, and maybe you'd stay past the night. America, where goes thou in thy shiny car at night? Children of Jack, we will never turn back as we ride away in the light. My father, he built me this backpack, just an inch or too big for real. I'll pack my guitar, the smoke from this bar, my songs and one hot meal. And I'll ride to the west chasing sunsets like gold. Dawn I will ride to the east. I'll find all the friends I've lost on the road. Maybe then I'll know me some peace. America, where goest thou in thy shiny car at night? Children of Jack, we will never turn back as we ride away in the light. Oh, there's so much more to this wonderful world than we are sold on TV. Tell me if you are not already dead, you'll come and live it with me. Leave your college plans, your one-night stands, business clothes and the rest. Oh, there's pleasure enough in your heart and your hands. Blue jeans suit you best. America, where goest thou in thy shiny car at night? Children of Jack, we will never turn back as we ride away in the light. Children of Jack, we will never turn back as we ride away in the night. Thank you very much. That song and others just like it are available on compact disc. Hey, yeah, remember compact discs? Oh, those carefree days. It's sort of like remembering happy days if you're of the certain age. You know, remember when your car would come with a CD player? or your computer had a CD player? You know what still has CDs? My closet. Well, anyway, so those are for sale conveniently on the way to the bathroom. And there's my wife there who's there hoping that we'll have food for our daughters and everything will go great. So, yes, and eating, yes, calories, very important thought. So where was I? We were talking about, oh, yeah, so young, so innocent. So what? Got myself a story. That I would like to tell. 'Cause I was once just like you are now. Guess it's just as well. You got yourself a tan Texas woman, booty pageant crown, but that crown don't look so pretty now. She's out running around. Well, I've done my share of waiting. I was a lonely boy, but you can't spend your life just sitting around waiting for other folk to bring you joy. Now she was a restless woman with rambling on her mind, and I was a sweet young innocent thing just off the assembly line. She took me right out on the highway. The lady had a feeling for speed. When we hit 69 on those high-bagging curves, I thought, this is all that I'll ever need. Yeah, the horn section couldn't be here tonight. Yeah, well, the lady now, she had her own set of habits. Do you really think that people can change? She went out and found herself another cowboy, broke my little home on the range. It must have been some time while she was out bucking broncos. I kept the torch lit at home. Well, something snapped and the torch went. I came to this conclusion on my own. Well, rather than sitting at home or waiting all alone for some sweet woman to be through, you got to get yourself a sweet, young, innocent thing. Keep a home waiting for you. Zap, saddy, ba-doo, 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 ba-da-da-da, ba-da, ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. This, he gave Eve life. I don't put that much stock in the Bible, but the song keeps me up at night. Cause if God took something from me to make my lady friend, well, I think it was something that I was better off without, because she stuck it right back in again. Yourself a sweet, young, innocent thing. Keep a home waiting for you. And if you think that I'm being just a little bit harsh, take a look at your own life. And if you haven't got your own share of scabs, just wait. You see that I'm right, so rather than sitting at home waiting all alone for some sweet woman to be through, you got to get yourself a sweet, young, innocent thing. Keep a home waiting for you. That's an awful song. Works equally well when I'm in drag. Just want to let you know. Could I get a glass of wine? Could I have something sort of minerally, something from France that tastes like a vaguely remembered barnyard? Something like that. Yes, I'm requesting a drink from the stage, and I know it's unprofessional of me, but I see you have a lot of drinks over there. Please remember to tip your bartenders, tip your waitresses, not just here, but everywhere and as a way of life, because they're really on your side. They really are. They want you to win this. They totally want you to win this. They want you to ace this. They're totally on your side. So if you have, oh, here it comes. Excellent. Bless you. Cheers, y'all. It's Steve's birthday. It's Steve's birthday. Well, oh, my goodness. What's your name? Sharon and Steve. Strangely, Sharon and Steve are my parents' names. So that's odd, and I'm a little confused. I'm not sure how I should feel about this. Now I feel guilty that I didn't get them anything. That's a little bit rough, but we're gonna do something with that in a little bit. I think my wife was here just a second ago, but now she's disappeared into the back room. My wife is playing next. She's the next act. Jessica and the Vanity Project is the next act, and I'm gonna see if I can get her upstage right now. Jess, will you join us on stage here? Yeah. Here she comes, ladies and gentlemen. Jessica, like Fresca, but with a J. Yeah, she says she's the ickless Jess. Don't ick, Jess. Yes. Let's do writer. And so I brought my wife on stage so we can do this song about mental health, or perhaps haunting.
All of me's.
It's sort of. I mean, it could be either. I mean, I guess you can talk about id, ego and superego, or projection and or you can talk about reverence and spirits and haunting, and both are attempts by humans to try to give names to things that they can't see. And there's validity to both of them. Jessica will be playing the boat saw, playing the part of the haunt. In the small hours of morning, something whispers in my ear, 1,000 accusations that no one wants to hear, a laundry list of reasons to be dissatisfied. You know you've got a rider when you carry this inside. I was hanging in the graveyard with a 10-cup telephone, picking out a requiem from those beneath the stones. I was a fool, unguarded, opened up to the unknown. I failed to heed the warnings, I took a rider home. Wash yourself in cold salt water, burn those candles down. Shed that skin he's hiding in, shed that skin, scrape it clean, cause that rider's gonna ride you round and round, round and round and round and round. That rider's gonna ride you round and round till you put that rider down. That rider's gonna ride you round and round, round and round and round and round. That rider's gonna ride you round and round till you put that rider down, till you put that rider down. Now I can see you've got a rider you picked up along the way. Don't know where he's going, don't know how long he'll stay. He's got his own agenda, he's got somewhere to be. Got yourself a rider, and now you won't take me. You were dancing in the graveyard, tapping on the stones, in a widow's wedding dress that you bought with stolen bones. You spun away the moment that you thought you were alone, but you forgot the blind spot. You took a rider home. Wash yourself in cold salt water, burn those candles down. Shed that skin he's hiding in, shed that skin, scrape it clean, cause that rider's gonna ride you round and round, round and round and round and round. That rider's gonna ride you round and round till you put that rider down. That rider's gonna ride you round and round, round and round and round and round. That rider's gonna ride you round and round, round and round and round and round. That rider's gonna ride you round and round, round and round and round and round. That rider's gonna ride you round and round till you put that rider down, till you put that rider down. Put that rider down. Nailed it. Stay up here and do another one.
They all have to stay.
stopped singing this song for a long time, and then I met Jess and started singing it again.
Oh, I know which one it is.
It was
The one you wrote for Leah.
That's right.
It's Leah's.
Yes, it's true. I originally wrote this song after falling in love with this rockabilly Philly character in Austin, who had like a 3-pack a day habit and bleached blonde hair and irresistible to me.
I was in elementary school, so.
Also true. Did you graduate?
Yeah, I did. I went to college too.
Oh, how about that? This girl who I had this crush on, I wrote this song for her thinking that I could lure her to one of the open mics that I was playing, so that I could, use the song as a weapon to force my will. But it didn't work because she never showed. So. Obvious drawback in my system, but I stopped playing it for a long time, and then I met Jess, and I was like, well, I guess this makes good sense. Waltz with me, barefoot on the ground. Watch for the rocks and the until I found. Waltz with me on the sawdusted floor, but beware the broken bottle there at the door. It will be alright. I've danced here before. Waltz with me, barefoot on the floor. These are my shoes, shining clean. They help me run fast and they make me look keen. But the soles underneath have already lost their sheen, and I just bought them this morning. These are my feet, tattered and torn, from each piece of glass and each little thorn. But they're just as soft as the day I was born, like I was born just this morning. Waltz with me, barefoot on the ground. Watch for the rocks and the until I found. Waltz with me on a sawdusted floor, but beware the broken bottle there at the door. It will be alright. I know what to watch for. Waltz with me, barefoot on the floor. Now watch your feet to learn this old dancing biz. 2 steps to your right and 1 step to his. But I can see blood in your footprints. Looks like I'm not the only one mourning. And I know it's not spring and the grass will be cold, but take off your shoes, winter is old. We'll dance together, 4 naked souls, and we'll still be dancing come morning. Waltz with me, ground, but watch for the rocks and the intel I found. Waltz with me on a sawdusted floor, but beware the broken bottle there at the door. It will be alright, my damn feet are sore. Waltz with me, barefoot on the floor. Stay with you.
I feel like your wine is in danger. From me, but also from your guitar.
Well, do the only possible right thing. Yes, have fun. Yeah, I thought so.
I already did.
I figured. No, I got this tambourine though.
I'm not gonna play tambourine on this.
I only want the things that matter. I only want things that you can share. Don't give me diamond rings, all those so-called finer things. They don't matter when they are not there. I don't need more clothes if I'm not freezing, and I don't want love that I can't feel. I can use a pretty lie just to help me pass my time. Love only matters when it's real. I only want the things that matter. I only want things that you can share. Don't give me diamond rings, all those so-called finer things. They don't matter when they are not there. Well, I've met a man who made $1 million, built himself a mansion up on high, and he worked hard every day until his strength passed him away. Now he sits and watches lovers pass him by. I only want the things that matter. I only want things that you can share. Don't give me diamond rings, all those so-called finer things. They don't matter when they are not there. So I gave my girl a watch that shined with diamonds, prettiest watch that you would ever find. She left it in the drawer when she walked right out my door. Turns out all she needed was my time. I only want the things that matter. I only want things that you can share. Don't give me diamond rings, all those so-called finer things. They don't matter when they are not there. Now I know you can tell I'm not a rich man. Expect you know that I'm not a rich man's son. But you should run and play and gather roses while you may. Can't buy your time back when it's done. I only want the things that matter. Only want things that you can share. Don't give me diamond rings, all those so-called finer things. They don't matter when they are not there. Oh, they don't matter when they are not there. Jessica, ladies and gentlemen, if you like that, you should definitely stay for the next show, because she'll be here with the amazing Shane Keaton playing guitar. It's amazing stuff. So this is a National Resophonic guitar. I'm really partial to these things. This is they represent a technological dead end. It was invented by an immigrant, John Dopiera, who came from Czechoslovakia, and he had an idea to kinetically amplify an instrument. We commonly encounter electric speaker systems and stuff like that all the time now. In fact, the technology has exploded lately, and there's not many places you go where you're not having some sort of music pumped in. I think that people experience music in the modern age much in the same way that people use incense to cover up the smell of the cat box. You know, it's like you're driving, you know, you're shopping, you know, it's wherever it is. It's like it's just gonna cover up the sound of the air conditioning unit or the servers whirring. You know, so like just sort of that's what we do. But he had this idea, and his idea was to use a spun aluminum cone, an aluminum cone that had been like turned on a lathe to make it as thin as possible, and there's a cone in here that's pressed into a recessed lip, and the strings are pressing down upon it, and so when I play the guitar, it causes the strings vibrate against the cone vibrates and creates the noise, and it's a pretty amazing thing. So if I just turn off all of the electricity involved here, you'll still hear I got rambling on my mind. Well, I hate to leave you, baby, but you treat me so unkind. So they're amazing machines, right? You know, and I started. All right, we'll get to that. And I appreciate the appreciate the positive energy. So John Dopiera had this idea. He sold the patent to the National Guitar Company, and so this is a National Resophonic guitar. Now this one looks old, but actually the name, the copyright of the name was bought, and now there's a new company in San Luis Obispo making National guitars, and they're excellent instruments. This is an excellent instrument, and they're not paying me to say that. At least not yet. So we're working on that. But I started as a street musician. I started playing on the streets in Kansas City, and you were literally competing with somebody's boombox car going by, and trying to get people's attention long enough to play a few bars of American Pie so they might tip you. But there's also just something really interesting about the sound quality. Steve James described it as a whole bunch of kitchen utensils spilling down a stairway in a submarine. So, yeah, I like that. I'll go with that. Gets hot round here, deep in the summertime. You just sink into the street. Nothing moves without sign. Make a man feel crazy for some shade. Cold bottle of wine. But I got a job to do. I gotta make my round. Lucky to have it too. That money's already spent. Just need a little something heaven sent. I'll be fine. Oh, I need a cool breeze to blow through. I need a cool breeze like you. Yeah, you do. You'll like that moment when that summer sun goes down, sinks into the sea. I say let that damn thing drown. It feels so much better when it's not around in the night. Can't blame that baby for crying when she needs a rest. Can't blame mama for that baby at her breast. Can't blame a man for trying to do his best. It'll be alright. Oh, I need a cool breeze to blow through. I need a cool breeze like you. Yeah, you do. Like a drink of water after working in the sun. You're my reward for the dirty things I've done. You make me a rich man when you tell me I'm the one. Said, cool cotton silk satin waiting in my bed. One little touch from you keeps that crazy in my head. I'll be alright. I need a cool breeze to blow through. I need a cool breeze like you. Yeah, you do. I need a cool breeze. I need a cool breeze. I need a cool breeze. I need a cool If you were sick and you couldn't get well, could you let that be? If you were sick and you couldn't get well, would you need to be free? a second you couldn't get well if you looked in my eyes, and I could tell you were second you couldn't get. Would you wait with me? Would you wait with me? If I was high and I couldn't come down, would you give me your hand? If I was high and I couldn't come down, could you watch your man crash land? I was high and I couldn't come down, wings made of needles pinned to the ground. I was high and I couldn't go. Would you take a stand? Would you take a stand? Don't abandon me here beneath this crowd. I need you to understand, but I can't talk right now. This is where we find ourselves, where the indifference ends. Dreams, nightmares neatly shelved here, alone among friends. If you were second, you couldn't get well. Tell you what I'd do. For a second you couldn't get well. Never ask if you're true. You were a second you couldn't get well. I would hold you forever, or at least until you were second you couldn't get. I will wait with you. I will wait with you. I will wait with you. I will wait. Thank you. So I'm tuning the guitar to an open tuning. Actually, it was open tuning in that last song as well, which basically means that anywhere I hit the guitar, it makes a note that is okay, right? You know, it's like it makes the guitar much more forgiving. It's a great way to play guitar, especially as a solo act, because you know it makes it easier to multitask at the same time and gives some nice sustaining resonant notes. And around the world, when Western guitars and Spanish guitars really found their ways to different places like Hawaii and Africa, almost invariably they ended up being tuned to open tunings because it just seems like a really logical idea. The whole idea of having an instrument that you can play in any key is a pretty extreme departure from the way that humans have really approached music. Does that make sense? You know, like, because when you sit down in front of the piano, you have a very linear display of what you're doing. It might not make intuitive sense to look at it, because it sure doesn't to me. It's like once again, I'm sort of stumbling my way into music theory and all the different things about it. But to be able to play an instrument that you could switch keys while you're playing is pretty amazing. As you know, like Indian classical music doesn't really have that as a part of its arsenal. They just change all the notes, so that you can have a whole bunch of different notes that you might find. One of the things that attracts me to the slide guitar is that I can get all those notes that didn't come with the piano, that are like wedged in between two keys. I knew a great piano player, Gene Taylor. Gene Taylor played in the Blasters. Gene Taylor played in the Fabulous Thunderbirds, and played with Big Joe Turner. Had an amazing career, really fabulous guy. And I would run into him sometimes when I was touring and playing different places. He lived in Austin for a period of time, and I got him to come over to the house, and I got an actual piano lesson from him. Not that I'm a piano player, but I was living in a house that had a piano, and so that was really instructive. It made it a little bit easier to understand what was going on. So I wrote this song after Gene died. I had something to say, and I couldn't figure out exactly what it was that I wanted to say. My friend Silas Lowe helped me write this song because I had an idea for it, but he was the one who sort of broke the ice on it. When the pipes all freeze and you want to leave, but ice shuts down the road. We got rolling blackouts, rocking Texas on account of all this cold. Well, there ain't no salt, ain't no plow, barely more than corn insulating the house. Now those folks in the high rise still got the bright lights, but us on the edges struggling and dying. Now right here in Texas, where all the best is in that year of 21. Hard times behind us, but they don't mind us, 'cause worse was yet to come. 60s in, down to 6 degrees. Cold in the bedroom, cold between the sheets. Now that glass by my head froze when the cold wind blows. I can hear my name, I hear it calling me. Friend who met his end that bleak February. His name was Gene Taylor, piano player, one better I have yet to see. Now I would sit by the keys while he tried to school me about hard times on the road with JT. But that light has gone out, and no matter how I shout, Texas has only blue silence for me. hearts all freeze, and you wanna leave, but ice shuts down the road. We got rolling blackouts, rockin' Texas, on account of all this cold. So that song is going to be on the upcoming EP, which is entitled Rider. And I will certainly be back here selling it. And it will be available on compact disc, but also, of course, on digital download and all the sorts of different ways that you can enjoy your music collection and not fear it ending up in a landfill sometime. I don't know if anybody actually is afraid of their music collection ending up in a landfill. You know, like, because if they were to, like, if aliens come to Earth and it's a desiccated carcass and they start digging up music, I think that's a fine legacy. I can go with that. As an option, you know. Whatever sort of. Even as a child I knew I would take a bullet for you. But in my life I have never seen someone so lucky grow so mean. I wonder what it was that turned you on. A point and click solution and the problem's gone. You always liked your hands clean and to manifest the promise of a new machine. Now there's an Armalite rifle underneath your bed, brass bright jacket and a heart of lead. Backhand of God, I heard it said, that Armalite rifle underneath your bed. Now by all accounts your run's been good. No one to tell you what you should. You wear the boots around this town and no one dares to come around. But it doesn't look like you get much sleep. And what you do is fast and cheap. You dream of what they do to you. It's the same as you would too. Now there's an Armalite rifle underneath your bed, brass bright jacket and a heart of lead. Backhand of God, I heard it said, that Armalite rifle underneath your bed. Black rifle has its say, ends arguments a block away. hollow points, talking heads, blue and gray, blue and red, blue and gray, blue and red, misunderstood and overfed, too much hate to see what you might lose, and not love enough to let you choose. Now there's an omelette raffle underneath your bed, rest bread jacket and a heart of lead. Backhand of God, I heard it said, that omelette raffle underneath your bed. Omelette raffle underneath your bed, rest bread jacket and a heart of lead. Backhand of God, I heard it said, that omelette raffle underneath your bed, that omelette raffle underneath your bed, that omelette raffle underneath your bed. During the pandemic, I decided to, being a droplet spewing fountain, it was a difficult time for me to work. You know, I'm sure you can understand. You know, it makes sense. So I decided to use the time and try to learn how to play this and punish my family, apparently. I mean, just you know, it's like I'm feeling pain, so let me share it. I've suffered for my music, now it's your turn. So. I believe in you. I have seen your light and I know this is true. The world hasn't seen the gifts you bring with you. What you do, I believe in you. My faith is strong. It has brought me here, and if the road gets long, I will have no fear as the night comes on. I'll sing your song, my faith is strong. Trouble seems to find a way to steal the color from the day, the moment that the sky turns gray and fades. I wonder, did I miss the sign, nowhere to go at closing time? Just rattle off another rhyme and leave it on the stage. Different kinds of despair, the most common being where you just deny the whole affair, pretend it doesn't smart. That taste I had so long ago, I wonder, do I even know the reason why I had to go? The dictates of the heart, but I believe in you. I heard 1,000 stories and they all came true. It's in the little things you always do. When you come through, I believe in you. Saturday night in jail. No one to know your bail. Got your friends on the telephone. You leave a message when you hear the tone. And if you ever get back outside, you're never gonna take that ride. 'Cause you've been down here before, but you ain't coming back no more. Officer tells you, son, you've been having too much fun. You say that you're just messing around, but then he gives you a ride downtown, and they offer you a personal bond. But you don't stand a chance, 'cause it's all just talk. Don't believe you're gonna walk until they give you back your wallet and your pants. Saturday night in jail, no one to go your bail. You call your friends on the telephone. You leave a message when you hear the tone. And if you ever get back outside, you're never gonna take that ride. Might have been down here before, but you ain't coming back no more. Thank you. That's a song by my friend Steve James. I've got time for one more song, and I want to thank you very much for coming here and spending time with me tonight. I really do appreciate it. We do have compact discs for sale, and also my wife's a fabulous artist, and she's got lots of paintings for sale as well, so you want to check those out on your way to the little boys and girls room. Please tip that bartender, tip that waitress, because they need your money so they can stay in the service industry. It's hard, but you know, it's like that's what they're doing. I did promise some blues, so we'll do a little blues here. Smoke more dope than any three girls I ever seen. Oh, come on, baby. Tell me how you feel. You got a heart just like railroad steel. Come on now, baby. Tell me how you feel. You got a heart, well, just like railroad steel. sugar and salt for salt. Can't get along when it's your own fault. Oh, sugar for sugar. Oh, I'm gonna give you salt for salt. Can't get along, well, baby, it's your own damn fault. Tell me, baby, what you want of me. I toss so hard, but all you do is disagree. Tell me, baby, tell me what you want of me. I try so hard, but all you do is disagree. Well, thank you very much, everybody. My name is Guy Forsyth. It's been my pleasure to play for you. You can find out more about me at guyforsyth.com, wherever bands are bought and sold. Thank you. Thank you very much.